Villa deserved it, though.
What's Villa? I was going to see what Villa's expected goals were. I thought it might be
1,000?
Yeah, I know, considering the chances that they had. 3-3 is how it all finishes. Let's take a look at what that means for that race for that fourth Champions League spot. Villa should be fine, shouldn't it? Even if Spurs pull off that win against City and then win on the final day, that takes them to 69. Villa would just need a draw on the final day to guarantee Champions League football next season. For more on this, Luis Garcia is still with us. Oh, it's Monday. Yeah. Mario is here as well. Forgive me, Mario, I'm going to go with the Liverpool player first, just to reflect on that game, which was a bit silly, Stevie. It was nuts.
Yeah, it was open, wasn't it? I mean, Liverpool created some chances. Martinez throws one in the back of the net.
Yeah, literally.
As you said, West Ham had a ton... Aston Villa had a ton of chances.
Yeah.
Deservedly got a break. I mean, it's a break. It just comes off Duran's thigh when he's trying to control it. But they really deserve to get at least a draw out of this game. So it's a typical end-of-season game, really. But for the neutral, it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
But not for a Liverpool fan.
Oh, it was fun, wasn't it, Mario?
It was fun, definitely for a neutral. He said it, Stevie said it right. You know, but I think what the joy was is the way Aston Villa played. You know, when you have a team, when you face a Liverpool side, normally everybody always sits back and a little bit worried. But how comfortable they were in the sense of like pushing them back. I mean, we know Emery, he likes challenges and the way he plays his football. They used the speed up front and we let the young kid come on. Duran, and they were lucky, Liverpool, because Alisson made a great save at the end. But Duran, what he did! I mean, if Tom Hanks comes to the stadium and watch you play, it's not a bad legend to come and watch you play. So he definitely showed him some good stuff.
Yeah, Unai Emery's come in, obviously, Luis, Aston Villa, and done a brilliant job to get them into the Champions League next season. It's exceptional.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, you can see that that's a team that is well worked. I mean, the intensity, the patterns of play that they use is a very aggressive team. And in transition, I mean, Mario just mentioned, they got a speed up front. They are so quick. And even when they make the replacement, the players who came in, they brought something extra. So that's something that today is very difficult to see. A team that attacks a lot, but that is very aggressive going forward, but is still managing to keep the control at the back. I think that Liverpool in the second half could have scored a couple more goals, and they should have put this game to bed. But look like they were all relaxed. There's nothing to play for. It's just relaxing. You are away. So a 3-1 is fine if you score another one, but they got relaxed just too much. And for Villa, they saw the opportunity. They saw that they were making mistakes. We saw Alisson giving the ball away, but not conceding. A couple more chances where Aston Villa, without any effort, they were creating chances. So in the end, it was a matter of time that second goal arrived, and it arrived. The third one is just really unfortunate for Liverpool, and I totally 100% with Steve. That's Liverpool this season. In the right moment, the most important moment, things just blew away. And tonight, it was another one. For Aston Villa, fantastic, because they make that last step to get into the Champions League next season. And for Liverpool, it's just to try to say a farewell to Jurgen Klopp, to thank him for everything that he's done. But really, it's a pain to see the team just let themselves go until the last game of the season.
There were a lot of close calls in this game. VAR would intervene quite a lot. Thank goodness we're going to get automated offsides next season, because it's embarrassing, isn't it, these lines?
It's absolutely ridiculous when you're looking at a screen for what seems like forever and you're waiting on them putting a line down.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand why it takes so long to put the line in.
But fortunately, next season
it's going to make such a huge difference.
It's going to make a huge difference to Aston Villa as well, isn't it? Obviously, they had a little taste of it this season, playing in Europe, knocked out in the semi-finals of the Conference League. That step up, though, to the Champions League, we see Newcastle, the effect it's had on them.
If we're going to say that somehow that affected Newcastle in a negative way, it's a good problem to have.
Right.
You at the very least, want to earn the right to have this problem. And how do you deal with Champions League? And how do you deal with that step up in competition and the challenges of the schedule and the challenges of, do you have the talent personnel available in order to compete at that level consistently? You want to have that problem if you're Aston Villa. you want to have that problem if you're Unai Emery. And I can just tell you, while we can talk about Liverpool probably needing to score or possibly scoring a couple more goals in the second half, truth is that Aston Villa could have scored 1,000 goals today. I'm not exaggerating when I say that they had at least 6, 7, maybe even 8 clear chances, 100% chances. And while that, some of it is poor defending from Liverpool, some of it also has to do with what Aston Villa does in the attack and the change of pace, that when Diaby gets the ball, when Bailey gets the ball, when Watkins gets the ball, there is one purpose, and that purpose is let's get him behind, let's challenge him behind, let's turn around defenders, let's take defenders in 1v1 situations. When you have a team that is willing to do that, they're exciting to watch, they're going to be productive in the attack. What I think they need to sort out is, look, we can be great going forward, but let's not get crazy and be open in the manner in which sometimes they're open. If indeed they're going to be successful at the Champions League level, defensively they're going to have to address that.
A lot of talk around Salah. How would you rate his performance today?
Kind of typical of his recent performances.
That's not a compliment.
No, he was pretty invisible. It's just it's unfortunate that right now we're looking at him in a light that, considering how great for how long he's been, maybe is a little bit unfair. But it kind of goes along with the rhetoric of the end of the season that has been really poor from Liverpool. And so it's very difficult to be positive, particularly on Salah, because he hasn't done anything recently to help Liverpool. But as I said, we really shouldn't forget how great he's been over such a long period of time.
Liverpool legend Steve Nicol says that Salah was invisible once again. Luis, where do you stand on this?
I think that Salah is been with the rhythm of what the game is on. I mean, the team is been just going down, having some good minutes, and then you see Salah making a run, maybe arriving in second line, maybe giving a good pass. But in the end, I'm not saying that he disappears a lot, but it's true that it's the rhythm of the game. I mean, you can see 10 minutes, good Liverpool, intensity, good pass, good combinations, a good attack. And suddenly 10 minutes also that you don't see. But no, you don't see Salah, you don't see Gakpo, you don't see Luis Diaz. So in the end, it's the way that this Liverpool is been working in the past, because there is nothing to play for. Even though that you have the pride of wearing the jersey and you try to show that on the field, to give that back to the supporters and the club and everything, you keep that for a period of minutes. But there are moments where you just disconnect. And sometimes these kind of players, that they are genius, they disconnect for such a long time that they could disappear for a while.
Yeah, Mario, what's it like, these sort of games where there's literally nothing on the line, like for the likes of Liverpool?
Yeah, but I think, what the guys already highlighted, like when you have a star player like that, normally they go for goals. He just thinks like, okay, let me get my goal tally, let's keep moving. When you then, you quiet down, sometimes it's a lot happening, right? You get a new manager, the situation that he had a couple of weeks ago with the manager. So sometimes that can also affect the way you go into certain games. And also then what the guys said, towards the end of the season, physically, we want to perform as good as we want, but sometimes our bodies always say to us, like, guys, we're coming towards the end. And if you have nothing to play for, it almost feels like you're getting tired even quicker. But if you have a final waiting for you, believe me, your energy sparks like crazy. But there is no, if that is not there for you, like let's say, they were still, let's say Champions League or whatever we can call, if they were going for that, I think we would see a totally different Salah and anybody that plays up front for Liverpool. But now it looks like it's almost calming down everywhere there.
What, of course, has coincided with a poor run for Liverpool towards this time of the season is Darwin Nunez's complete lack of form. On the bench here today, came on obviously offside. Surprise.
Yeah.
What do you do with him?
I have a soft spot for Darwin Nunez. I have a soft spot for him because I think he does bring a certain intensity to the position. He does make runs that sometimes go unrewarded. He will sacrifice for the team. He'll go on press back lines and he'll make it difficult for center backs. But the productivity has to go hand in hand with all those things that I just mentioned. And it's not only the misses for Darwin Nunez, it's that the misses seem to have come in big moments. And when you think of elite level strikers, in those sort of moments, they're putting the ball in the back of the net. more times than not. And he's yet to do that consistently. And so I would hope for patience for Darwin Nunez, but I think we're getting to the point where we may be running out of patience. And it's going to be critical, really important, that his start with Arne Slot is a positive one.
Yeah.
And that he feels the confidence from the manager right away, thinking, you're going to be important for me, and we're going to need your goals, and you're going to score the goals for me. If you give that to Darwin Nunez, I think he's going to be productive for you.
I think of all the players at Liverpool who will be there next year, the fact that Arne Slot, or whether it was a new manager, or regardless, it's probably going to be best for somebody like Darwin Nunez.
Because it's a fresh start?
It's a complete fresh start.
But if you can't do it for Klopp, why would you be able to then do it for Slot?
Well, because there might be a little tinkering with how Liverpool play. That can change. That changes a lot of things on the field. So, yeah, he's the one that will probably benefit as much as anybody from the change of manager, because he'll be coming out first training session, first whatever, thinking, right, I can impress this guy. And if I can impress this guy, what happened the last couple of years, not that it doesn't matter, but it kind of pales into insignificance.
And do you think he will?
What?
Do you think he will impress him? Do you think he can rediscover some form?
The only thing I can guarantee you is that Darwin Nunez, from the very first day they get back, will be doing every single thing he can and more to impress Arne Slot, because it is a new start for him.
I'll also say that it's important that Darwin Nunez has a Copa America to play for Uruguay.
That would help, right?
Where he's going to show up in an environment in which he is beloved and appreciated. And he's going to show up in an environment in which they depend on him to score goals, to win games. You need a change of scenery at times. And him going into this group in Uruguay that are going to surround him with all sorts of support, I think may just be the thing that he needs. So if he has a good Copa America tournament, that confidence maybe translates into confidence coming into camp with Liverpool. And maybe that's what he needs in order to score the goals. For him, it's about scoring goals. All the other stuff I love about Darwin Nunez, but scoring the goals, and you got to put that. You got to reward your own work, and sometimes he doesn't do that.
One game left, of course, then for both.